What's up, guys? This is to coach of the Brookhaven Banettes, and I'm not wearing a hat because it's cold. It's because my hair is not messy because it is rather hot in my room, but my hair is atrocious. Um, like to the point that I'm embarrassed to show it. Anyways, this is week 3 with the PWC. We are going up against Dave and his Minnesota Victinis, and although Dave, we kind of forced him to draft stuff that he doesn't normally draft because he always drafts the same like 8 mons and then the other 3 things are different. So we kind of forced him to take some different picks. What he ended up drafting was Megaladios, Thunderous Eye, which is one of his Z users, Amoonguss, Crocodile, Darmanitan, Registeel, Armaldo, Manaphy, which is his other Z user, Gligar, Aromatisse, and Ferroseed. So he kind of has a scary team, mostly the Thunderous Eye. Darmanitan can also be a threat, and Manaphy is always a threat. So those are the biggest things. Also Megaladios. So first up, we have Hula Hoop, the Hoopa, who is the only mon that has come to all 3 weeks so far. So by process of elimination, you can figure out what mons I'm not bringing. Hoopa is rocking the Choice Scarf, and 232 speed, which allows it to outspeed Megaladios, and outspeed a not Scarf Thunderous Eye. Scarf Thunderous Eye is pretty common, and I know Dave especially would run it Scarfed, but just in case, I did speed creep that. And even so, like, Hoopa's special defense is so naturally high that I can take a hit from it. I'm rocking Shadow Ball, Psychic, Energy Ball, and Trick. Shadow Ball hits most of the team, and so does Psychic. Energy Ball is there for Crocodile and Manaphy. And I have the Trick for when I no longer need the Scarf. Let's say I get rid of the Megaladios. And if I get rid of Megaladios and Thunders, that'd be wild. But the Trick is for something like Registeel or Amoonguss or Aromatisse or Ferroseed or Gligar. Like, it's good Trick and a Scarf to any of those. Next up, we actually have a second Scarfer, Muppets the Hydreigon, with Dark Pulse, Draco Meteor, U-Turn, and Fire Blast. U-Turn for initiative, Dark Pulse, even Crocodile, which is his resist, still takes a good amount from that. Draco does a ton to a lot of his team, and Fire Blast for like Registeel, Amoonguss, Ferroseed. 232 speed Timid. This is speed creeping a Scarf Darmanitan. That's also something I could see him bringing. Next we have, also max special attack and 24 HP. Hoopa, I didn't say, is max special attack Modest with 24 HP. So then we have Nugget the Fortress with Leftovers and Overcoat, in case sporing Amoonguss, because my grass type is Whimsicott, and that is 4 times weak to Sludge Bomb. So I have Overcoat. Also, I didn't see Sturdy being something that I would need. The only instance would be if I wanted to live Flare Blade from Darm if I was at full, but I don't see myself being at full, really. I'm rocking Leftovers with Volt Switch, Toxic, Spikes, and Rapid Spin. I'm bringing Spikes because he has his bulkier mons don't, like, they can get whittled down, such as Registeel, Aromatisse. Mostly those two. Amoonguss has Regenerator, but at least when it comes in, it will take damage. It does not weaken his threats, though, really. Megaladios, Thundurus are not affected by it. Gligar is also not affected by it. But I think it can help wearing down those really annoying mons, especially Registeel. Rapid Spin to help my side. Toxic because, I mean, of course it helps wear down his team, but I brought it specifically. I don't recall. I know he can make offensive switches for Fortress because you can kind of do that, and Toxic would be nice. It's really good for the Megalodios, who can't really touch me unless he has AP Fire. And it wears down his walls, such as Aromatisse, Gligar if it doesn't have immunity. So yeah. 248 HP, 44 defense, and 216 special defense. Calm. This allows me to take hits from the Thundurus fairly well. Next we have Not Racist, the Whimsicott, holding leftovers with Prankster, Light Screen, Encore, Leech Seed, Moonblast. The 112 in special attack makes Moonblast a 2-hit KO on Megalodios with no bulk investment. Light Screen helps against a lot of its threats, Megalodios, Thundurus, Manaphy. And Encore, this thing is pretty good at countering the Manaphy, because if it ever wants to go for Tail Glow or Calm Mind, I was going to say Leech Seed. If it ever tries going for that, I can Encore it. I can also Encore... I can Encore a lot of things. If Registeel goes for Rocks, if Crook goes for Rocks, if Amoonguss goes for... I don't know. Like, I can Encore a lot of things on this team. And Gligar, because that thing will either be spamming Defog or Earthquake or something like that. So the Encore, I think, is going to be really helpful. Leech Seed is something to, of course, wear down his team and be annoying. I'm not running Sub-Seed, but I think it'll still be effective in annoying him and forcing him to switch. And yeah, I have 176 HP, 216 speed, timid, and 4 special defense. The speed allows me to outspeed a non-Scarf Thundurus Eye. That's really that's the fastest thing on the team. So next we're going to go Asymmetrical, the Rotom Wash. I named it that because all the Rotom forms are pretty symmetrical, except kind of Rotom Fan, because the arms go like opposite ways. But he's the only one that looks really different, I think. I don't have a good name for Rotom Wash, I don't know. He's also holding leftover with Volt Switch, Will-O-Wisp, Pain Split, Hydro Pump. Another special ball. Most of his threats are special. He does have Darm and Crook. This matches up well against the Crocodile because I'm immune to the Earthquake. And I also have Will-O-Wisp for it. And I threaten both Crook and Darm with Hydro Pump. I have 248 HP, 72 defense, 188 special defense, Calm Nature. The Pain Split there is because a good switch into this would be, let's say, Amoonguss or Registeel, who can resist my hits, and I can get a lot of HP off of them. And keeping this thing healthy is pretty nice. So lastly is the Heat set. And I really wasn't sure. It was difficult building for Dave's team. And when I was looking at my mons, I'm like, Mega Heracross doesn't have a good matchup. Nihilego doesn't have a good matchup. Zygarde 10. This man, I think, has the most things to take on Zygarde 10 than any other team. Empoleon, I didn't feel Empoleon coming either. Articuno didn't do much. So then all that's left is Blaziken. And I was thinking, how can I bring Blaziken to be the most effective? Because if I go physical, let's say if I Scarf myself, another Scarfer, he has too many things to take me on. Manaphy can switch in on it and get free setup. If I go, let's say, Banded, if Megalodios with Gligar takes it on really well. So I was like, okay, how about special? But not just any special. We're going Z Sunny Day Blaziken. So Z Sunny Day puts up Sun and also gives me +1 speed. I'm running HP Ice, Solar Beam, and Fire Blast. HP Ice is just for Gligar. Well, not just for Gligar, but mostly for Gligar. It also hits the Thundurus Eye and the Megalodios, but I would hope at that point I've gotten rid of them, especially Thundurus Eye for Scarf, because that, of course, outspeeds me. I will not outspeed Scarf Darmanitan or Scarf Crook, so this is going to be chilling in the back like all game until I figure out all the information I can. So getting up Sun strengthens my Fire Blast, my Fire Stab. So Fire Blast is doing a ton. Also, with the sun up, I can take a Surf from a Manaphy. So, and then I hit it back with Solar Beam. Since I'll be faster, actually, I get to hit it with Solar Beam first. So this thing not coming out until the very end of the game, unless for some reason a different situation occurs. Maybe I go for Fire MC, Fire Blast. But aside from that, that's the plan. 160 speed allows me to outspeed the, I want to say it's the Thunderous Eye non-scarfed, because that's usually what I aim for with all these spreads. Max special attack modest and then 96 HP to have a little bit of bulk. And yeah, that's the this Blaziken. It's risky, and I don't have the Fighting Stab. Well, the Fighting Stab would really only hit Crook, because Registeel also weak to fire. And for Crook, I have the Solar Beam, so I didn't need the Fighting Stab. So that's what we have, and we'll see how that turns out. We're here with the battle, and he brought Thundurus as expected, Manaphy as expected, Mega Latios as expected. He didn't bring the Darm, which is actually pretty good. That also makes it harder for him to deal with Fortress. That's really good. Also, Fortress I took off Toxic for Stealth Rock because I forgot. I did have a plan at one point that I had Empoleon on, and that was my rocker. And then I forgot that when I took him off, I didn't have a rocker. And rocks are important for the likes of Thundurus and the like Latios, because spikes don't affect them. So swap that out. So let me write down his team. Thundurus, Eye, Mega Latios, Manaphy, Crocodile. I think Crocodile's gonna have Fire Fang. I'm gonna have to scout for that somehow. Crocodile. Registeel, which I did think he'd bring because I really like Registeel. It's bulky steel types can come to like a lot of games. That's why like Bronzong is so good in Draft League. They can come to so many games. So I figured that no matter what, I was going to lead Scarf Hydreigon. Not having to worry about Scarf Darm, that makes that extra speed on Hydreigon a little useless, but it's alright. Okay. Rotom. Okay, potential leads on his end. I don't have knockoff on this. That would really help against Gligar. I'm just gonna have to take it down the old-fashioned way. So yeah, the Gligar, I mean, could lead. I see he has 4 leads. When it was 3 rockers, which are Crook, Registeel, Gligar, or it can lead offensively with Thundurus. I don't think Manaphy or Latios lead. I think let me move this out the way. Okay. I'm gonna move this down here and have it not be a problem. That should be fine. Of course I'm not going Blaziken. You know, actually, Whimsicott matches up really nice against his team. Without Darm, he can't do much to me. And I don't have Taunt, but he could think I have Taunt. Oh, it matches up so nicely. The only issue I could see happening would be if he leaves Registeel and goes for T-Wave on it. That would be a problem. Fortress could be a good lead. Get up early, Rocks. Gligar is his defogger. That thing, I'm gonna write down defog right now with like a question mark. I'm pretty sure that's a defogger. I don't think he would come with no hazard support. He has a Thundurus. I'm taking real long on this. Can Volt. thing with him leading Crook would be, I don't think he leads Crook. I think I'm gonna lead Whimsic up. I think it matches up the best. Let's see what he leads with. He leads with the Thunderous. Okay. I think there's a chance. Let's oh, there's actually a little bit in the way. Okay, there we go. So I pull up my calculator. Whimsicott, not racist. Thunderous. This is a supersonic Sky Strike set. Because he could just have that to blow me up. There's so much I have to account for. Because HBIs doesn't kill, but if he's physical and has the supersonic Sky Strike, I die. I could just light screen. He doesn't have a great switch into this. Also, if he were to go for the Flying Z move, I actually don't have a switch in. His best bet here is probably the Volt Switch. Which makes, I want to go, even if he has HPIs, if I have light screen up, it'll do nothing. I think that's what he's going to have. He's going to have HPIs. I really think he has that because I have a side guard. I'm going to go for light screen, turn 1. I think goes for Volt. And if he goes for Volt, I'll take very little damage from that. Now he just went for the HPIs. He did indeed go for the HPIs. And I'm pretty sure that's just standard Thunderous damage from the HPIs with the light screen up. 32 to 38, and that did 32. So it's a low roll. This is with the Life Orb, which he doesn't have. So if he doesn't have Life Orb, he is max special attack. Expert Belt? Is Naive Nature like boosting both sets? Oh no, it's not. Okay. So he's modest or he has like Expert Belt. So let me write something. Or belt. Because if he's timid with Expert Belt, that would also do the same. About the same damage, I think. Yeah. The 32 is within range of both of those. So I'm actually going to go for Leech Seed because it covers pretty much everything. And I think he Volt Switches here. Oh no, he just stayed in. He went for U-turn. Okay. So he has U-turn, not Volt Switch. That's good to know. What's bad is that my Whimsicott right now is at like half health, and I'm not getting Leech Seed recovery. Why did I go for Leech? That was actually a really dumb play, because I expected him to switch out. But nothing on his team matches up well against Whimsicott, really. I'm gonna get leftover recovery at the end of this turn. He really, yeah, he has real hard time dealing with Whimsicott without fire coverage. And by, I mean, by fire coverage, it's really dark mana town. Because Hidden Power Ice or Ice Beam from Manaphy, I have this light screen. Fire Fang from Crook. Let me see how much that does. I do really think he had Fire Fang on Crook. Crocodile. Fire Fang. Fire Fang on Crook does, would it be Jolly or Adamant? I think it'd be Jolly. It does 49 to 59. If he's Adamant, 55 to 64. He really needed the, Darm to deal with this. I think he's either gonna Stealth Rock or Thunder Wave. He doesn't know that that I don't have taunt. He might also just go for an attack here, like a Seismic Toss, knowing that I could taunt. He could easily. Actually, if he's gonna T-Wave. If he's gonna T-Wave or Rocks, I could also just go Fortress. I don't care about being slowed down. And Rocks would be really nice. He didn't bring a Mungus, so that overcoat means nothing. Okay. I really, yeah. Besides his first 3 months, Thunderous, Manaphy, and Megalodius, I didn't really know what he would bring. So here, I could go Leech Seed because... No, my switch is either Rotom or Fortress. One of the two. Like, all that Rotom can do is get a Willow off. That's it. Fortress can set up hazards, so I'm gonna go for that. I'm gonna switch into Fortress. Hey, Toxic. Okay, even better. So Registeel has Toxic. What would he switch in here? Or he might just go for Rock. I think getting up my Rock is pretty important. This Thundurus needs to be worn down. Also, Thundurus is not choiced. So, my Hoopa and my Hydreigon outspeed it. That's really important. I outspeed everything else. Yeah, these double Scarfers are gonna put in work. I need to wear down Registeel though. The thing that he could bring in for the most offensive pressure... No, I don't think he can do much. I'm gonna go for Rock. Like, he can go Gligar thinking I'll go for Rock so he can come in and defog, but I don't care. That gives me a switch into... How much does Rotom do with Hydro Pump? To a Gligar. Oops, spelled Rotom wrong. Rotom Wash. Asymmetrical to a Gligar. Hydro Pump's doing a ton. How much does it do to a Registeel? That's probably what it'll switch in after. 18 to 24. Okay. I don't know if I want to show Spike here. I think I just go for Spin. Because he'll probably swap out. And then if he doesn't, then I'll go for Volt. Because what can he do? He can like Seismic Toss, I guess. I'm gonna go for Spin. Then if he goes Gligar, I go Rotom. And I Willow. And Willow is nice against every member on his team. Even his special attackers, they get worn down. I don't want these rocks up. I don't know what he's gonna go for here. It also lets me scout if he has another move. Like, if he has offensive moves and what they are. I'm gonna go for Spin. No, he swapped. Oh, he went Crook, actually. So let me write Registeel is his rocker. Okay. Probably goes for a knockoff here. I have nothing that wants to take a knockoff. My best bet would be the Rotom, which is unfortunate because I like having my lefties. This Scarf set, yeah, it'll do 42 to 50 if you Scarf Jolly. And then I threaten with Hydro Pump or Willow, and Willow hits everything nicely. He doesn't have anything to really hurt me. No, his Z captains are Thundurus and Manaphy. He could also just have Fire Fang here, but knockoff is just such a good play. Nothing else wants to take a knockoff. Whimsicott could come in. Whimsicott does not have synthesis though. Like leftovers and Leech Seed are its only recovery. So that'd be really risky. Also, if he does have Fire Fang, that's not switching. I'm gonna go Rotom. He goes for Knock. He goes for Knock. That did very little. That did very little. Knockoff to this Rotom spread should have done 42.9 minimum. That did 38. 38 is within range of a no attack. This is a bulky Crook. Willow's the best play no matter what. He's just so good. What would be his Hydro Pump switching? Probably Megalodios. Can I? How well do I take a hit from Megalodios? Let's say Psychic. I am specially offensive. Psychic. He would be timid. I don't see him going modest. A Draco would kill me though. Oops. Draco. 59 to 70 for Megalodios. Timid. Modest Psychic wouldn't kill, right? No, Modest Psychic wouldn't kill. Because I don't think he just drops Draco when I just have a Whimsicott right there. And also a Fortress. Could make the Volt switch play. Which is probably the best play, actually. Like, what region would he have to stay in? Let me write down his knockoff. And his, bulky, no attack. No attack. Okay. Registeel hasn't shown that it has leftovers yet, but I'm pretty sure it does. He also has Gligar that he can go into. He wouldn't go Gligar. I'm gonna go for Willow. I want Chip on something. He went Registeel. Okay. Nice. He does have leftovers. I figured. He runs leftovers on everything. I want to Volt out of here and go back into Nugget. I'm gonna do that. He's gonna go for. I can't afford to go into Hydreigon on some off chance he has T-Wave and Toxic. I don't think he would run it, but it's possible. Possible he runs that. And look, this is just chip away at the Registeel. He has nothing to heal it. I go back into Fortress. He gets a Brock second spin. He went for Seismic Toss. Okay, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. His leftovers are cancelled out. He brought Crook in last time on my Fortress, didn't he? We both went for Rocks. And then he went Crook as I went for Rapid Spin. I'm gonna go for Spikes this time. I'm gonna show that I have Spikes. Who's fast? He should be faster. 94. Well, 94 is if he's a min speed, but because of IVs, he's gonna have more. No, 116. I'll outspeed me. I want these spikes up. No, this game has been so passive thus far. Yeah, Whimsicott is gonna be like right now. I only really have safe switches with my Rotom Wash and Fortress. Everything else is risky to bring in at this point. And I think I want Whimsicott at a little more health because I don't think I can bring it in on a Manaphy's Ice Beam. Manaphy, this one? Yeah, that does 67 to 80. So like, I can't just go Hydreigon on Fire Blast. He can make that switch into Manaphy. Nah, I would just U-turn it. Let's see what it does. So he also had Seismic Toss. Seismic Toss. That's all I think I got everything. The Crook with no attack, bulky Crook, which is fine. That's better. I think it. I'm pretty sure I could take a hit with Blaziken since it's a bulky Crocodile. No attack. What? Impish, right? I would assume he's like max HP, max defense. Blaziken. Oh, Blaziken still doesn't take an earthquake. Never mind. He did go Manaphy. Okay, so the play here, he doesn't go for Ice Beam. I go Whimsicott and Encore as he sets up, or he goes for Scald. That's the play every time. He's not making the Ice Beam play. If he does, he's a god. That's just it. Or I can just Volt Switch, because I can take any hit from this. Because the Volt Switch gives me the damage on it, and it gets me into Whimsicott. And that also means 4/6 damage over Whimsicott. Unless he has HP Fire. But then I think I deal with that accordingly. I don't think he has HP Fire or Manaphy. Because Surf would do enough to this. He went for the Tail Glow. I Volt into Whimsicott and Encore. Lit. I get all these leftovers. He does have Tail Glow. Manaphy, Tail Glow. Did he show leftovers? This man! Oh my god. This man with the mental herb. That was legit. That was legit. That was really good. It's fine, because that was Whimsicott's purpose, and now that he blew that, that's information, I can deal with it in other ways. But that's wild. That's wild. I think whew, that took me aback, dude. Alright, let's see. Actually no. Hydreigon. I think it's more okay to show Hydreigon is scarfed over Hoopa, because Hydreigon is more commonly scarfed than Hoopa. But if I want to kill this, I do have to go Hoopa. Because Draco from my Hydreigon had a chance to not kill, whereas Hoopa, with its monster special attack. Oh wait, I have an Energy Ball too. Yeah, I have to go Hoopa and go for Energy Ball. Even if he switches for that, it's not too big of a deal. Because all that damage. Yeah, going Hoopa here reveals I'm scarfed, which is a shame. But if I'm able to bring Manaphy back in on these rocks and spikes, then it'll be in range of things that are not Energy Ball. Can I also go Road? No, I'm just gonna go Hoopa and go for the Energy Ball. It's the safest play. I have to show that I am scarfed. He might think, hold on, let me see, would like Assault Vest Hoopa be able to live this hit? Let me see. Assault Vest Hoopa. Cause I'm crazy, I would do something like that. Special attack is +3. Yeah, Assault Vest Hoopa would also be able to take a hit from this. I'm gonna go for the Energy Ball straight up. There we go. Alright, Manaphy's dead. Now he knows I'm scarfed Hoopa. I don't know what he does with that information. He can't go Crook here. And like threaten me with Pursuit because Energy Ball. Gligar. I think he has to go Latios here, and that's chip damage. Because Gligar, he's gonna get 2 KO'd, I want to say, by Energy Ball. Not at all. Not at all. Actually, for no, it doesn't. It does not. That's fine. Whew. That mental herb, dude, that's legit. I think this is an evolution of Dave. Like, Dave's a good battler, but that's something crazy, I think, for him. I've never seen him pull something like that before. So, that major props for that. He hit me with an Ice Beam, right? Yeah. I mean, hindsight, I could have gone for light screen, but nah, Encore was the play there because that's what Whimsicott does. But good on him. Good on him. I'm wondering what he goes to. Registeel's also a thing, but it's getting whittled down. It's going to take spikes damage, rock damage, which is nothing, and burn damage. Also, what's it shown? Toxic, Stealth Rock, Seismic Toss. His last move... I don't know what his last move would be. I don't think it would be Earthquake, because it doesn't do much to my Mons from Registeel, and I don't think it would be Iron Head, because that would be just for Whimsicott. So I really don't know what his fourth move is. I'm anxious. He doesn't want to bring in Thunderous and take damage. He's going to go Registeel or Latios here. And I'm fine with both of those. What can I set up on with Blaziken? Yeah, there's the Latios. Okay, so what's my switch in here? Do I make the play and go into Hydreigon on the Shadow Ball? That's wild. I kind of want to do that. I want to have more offensive pressure on him. My Dark Pulse wouldn't kill him, but a Draco would. Yeah, Shadow Ball will do nothing to me. Okay, let's see. Hoopa. Can I take a Draco? Funnily enough, Shadow Ball has a chance to not kill. Let me see. Draco. Draco doesn't kill me. He has to go for Shadow Ball. Or he can go for Calm Mind. If he goes for Calm Mind on my switch, he could do that. But if he does that, drop a Draco with, let's say, okay, +1, Flash Defense. Draco still had a good chance to kill for my Dragon. I'm gonna make that play. What did he do? Oh, he went for the Dragon. Why? What? I disagree so much with that play. He went for the Dragon Pulse. Let's see. Did the crit matter? Because if it mattered, I'm gonna be upset. We've seen me get upset. I can't be too upset because he made a read there. Oh, that crit. We'll go roll. I mean, now I can just go Hoopa and spam Shadow Ball. That's wild. I need to take off the +1 special defense. For a second, I remember calcing and it said Hoopa would kill. If he has some bulk, that could be an issue. But I don't really have a choice. Because if I go Fortress and he has the HP Fire, I'm dead. I cannot go Blaziken, it's too early, and Rotom is too nothing of a play. I'm going Hoopa and I go for the Shadow Ball. And I'm fine hitting everything with Shadow Ball. So this is guaranteed if he has no bulk, and if he has some bulk, it'll be a roll. This Hoopa, your Scarf Buddy's gone. Now it's all you. I don't want his Gligar to ever come in, because these hazards are putting in work on him. Let me see the Gligar. Shadow Ball is a 2-hit KO if he brings in Gligar right now. Well, that's if he has no split F. He's just max HP. That's a guaranteed to go. So if he does that, even if he does that, that's good because if he sacks Gligar, because then he can't get rid of those hazards. He really has to think about it. Registeel's getting worn down, so I think he's thinking about that because he doesn't want that taking damage. And Crook is also, he's a bulky Crook. He doesn't want that taking damage either. So I think that's what he's working with right now. Doesn't know what to switch in. He does know I'm Scarfed though. That's the only way I spend Manaphy. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he wouldn't run like a no-speed Manaphy. Even then, I don't know if Hoopa would be able to catch up to it in speed. That mentally, that was good. This has been a good battle. That read on Hydreigon, even though it was a roll, he did read my switch because Hoopa definitely would love a deep pulse. I should write. He has Dragon Pulse. I didn't write that down. Hoopa has to put the team on his back, spamming Shadow Balls. And with these hazards, when he switches, it's detrimental. How much does Shadow Ball do to Crook? This bulky Crook. Shadow Ball still does 30. That Registeel just took a good amount of damage. 23 to... Yeah, so that is Bidef. What's his name? What? The only thing I can see him going for here... He's not going to Seismic Toss. This is where no. I need all these moves on Fortress. The 5 moves in some. His Toxic would be nice for when Gligar comes in. He's not bringing in Gligar, which I find strange. Yeah, Shadow Ball doesn't kill it, but this thing has been worn down, which is great. Oh, let me see. Does Blaziken live in Earthquake from Gligar? So I can set up on that as well, potentially. Blaziken. This is such a weird Blaziken set. I do. I do indeed live a thingy from that. So the play here is either Fortress or Rotom. That's how it's always been with the Regis. God damn, dude. Having Hydreigon go down. He's come to 2 games and done nothing. How much does Hydro Pump do to Regis? It's not gonna do anything. To a split F Registeel. Hydro Pump is 18 to 21. Yeah. He's gonna either Toxic or Rocks. Fortress is the best play. If he reads that, that's unfortunate. But I think that's the play I have to make. If he switches, these hazards are putting in work on him. I'm gonna go Fortress again. I went for the Earth. He does have Earthquake, but he did nothing with it. And he has EQ. He does have Earthquake. I want to go for another Spike, but if he go, he's not going. He hasn't been going Gligar, which I find very odd. However, if I go, he's not going to Toxic. He'll maybe Seismic Toss, and he's not going to Earthquake again. Last time he brought in the Crocodile, which I think has Fire Fang, but because of how bulky him, that's not going to do anything. He's only shown knockoff on that Crook. The Volt was also good. Toxic wouldn't do anything here anyways. I think he goes for Seismic Toss actually. That makes me want... Does Seismic Toss work on Ghost types? Wait. Does... does work, oops, yeah, work on ghost. Yeah, it can hit ghost types. Okay. My calculator. Well, actually, Hoopa can't come in because it doesn't kill from where it's at. Out of curiosity, how much would Earthquake do to Hoopa? 25 to 29. Okay, so I know I can take those. So I either go for Spike or I go for the Rotom switch. I think I'm gonna go for the Spike and then bring in Rotom and go for Volt. If he goes Gligar, because if he goes Gligar, I go Rotom, he's gonna defog or Toxic or something, and then he doesn't stay in because Hydro Pump or Willow. So he'll go Registeel or he wouldn't go Crook. So Registeel or Latios on my Hydro Pump while I go for a Volt. He did finally go the Gligar. So he definitely needs to defog right here, which means I get a free switch into Rotom. I knew he would do that. Okay. Yep, there's the defog. So that is confirmed he has defog. This boy is obviously Easy Light. I think he's scared of Hydro Pump here, or Willow. So I make the Volt Switch play. I don't see what else he can do here. Knockoff won't do anything. My leftovers are already knocked off, correct? Yep. So I really want to make that play. I still have a chance to get up Hazard. Wait, Registeel has Toxic, Stealth Rock, Seismic Toss, EQ. Blaziken still has a chance. I do need to wear down his team even more. Like, the thing with this set is I need to wear down his team a lot. So, I don't think he wants to be Willowed, and I don't think he wants to take a Hydro Pump. And neither does Crook. Neither of his ground types want that. So I think Volt switching here is the best play. I'm second guessing myself, and I'm talking to myself in my head right now. It's the right play. His rocker was Registeel. I have no idea what set this thing is. It could have Toxic. Maybe it wants to Toxic me. Hydro Pump is also a fair play. But then the Latios can come in and eat that, and then drop a Draco. And I'm pretty sure Fortress isn't a switch in. I'm scared. This is a difficult turn. I actually think he might. Willow's the safest play. It covers the Gligar, it covers the Crook. It gets Chip on the Latios. Registeel, I get to Volt Switch on. Thundurus is Chip. I'm having a lot of trouble on this turn. I don't know what he's going to go for. I feel like he might stay in Toxic, because Hydro Pump... Let me see, how much does Hydro Pump do? Rotom. What? Wash! Hydro Pump to 70 to 82 if I have no special attack. And he has no special defense, but he doesn't know that, is what I want to say. I really want to go for Volt Switch here. I can't bring in Fortress because it does nothing to it. I really want to go for the Volt Switch play. I'm going to make the Volt Switch play. Thank you. Whew. Oh my god, that turn was so difficult. This thing is not choiced. Hoopa can kill it with Shadow Ball, right? Thundurus. Hoopa to 64 to 75 with Shadow Ball, actually. He has HP Ice and U-turn, that's all he showed. HPS U-turn. He's E-belt or modest with something. The thing with this fortress is Gligar walls fortress. And I've shown all my moves. I need those rocks up again though. And spikes. I need to get rid of Gligar. I think what I have to do here is actually just go Hoopa. I could also go for Psychic. No, I think he would go Crook. And Shadow Ball is the play to make there. No, it's not. Oh, it's so tricky now. It suddenly became really tricky. Does Blaziken take a hit from this thing? Blaziken can take 1 T-Bolt. HP Ice is... well, I have Fire Blast. Okay, how much do I do to Latios with HP Ice? I'm doing 36 to 43. He might not have Draco, because he has Dragon Pulse. There's a chance Dragon Pulse doesn't kill. Do I pull that trigger here? I might need to use Blaziken as more of a wall breaker, and then have Hoopa be the sweeper with Shadow Balls. Again, I do live an Earthquake from Gligar. I live a hit from any one thing. And Solar Beam should kill Crook. Is Crook really at full health? I thought I had done damage to it. But this is a Crook. This is a fully offensive Crook. And he's not going to be a fully offensive Crook. If he's just max HP, if he's max HP, Solar Beam does have a chance to kill, but it's very low. Nugget here doesn't do much. I can get a Brock. That's about it. And Hoopa isn't guaranteed to kill this. It's so difficult. Losing Hydreigon made me lose a lot of options. Hydreigon put a lot of pressure. And not having Light Spear anymore. Is bringing Hoopa a roll on Thundurus? No, because Crocodile. I don't want to bring it in on Crook. Because if he switches Crook, he Pursuit Traps me. That's why I wasn't going it. I think I have to go Blaziken and go for the thing. Why was I... This Latios will kill me with Psychic. It doesn't need to Dragon Pulse. I need to get up my hazards again. Psychic. It has to. My Blaziken's not that bulky. It only has a little bit of HP. Yeah, Psychic is a guaranteed kill. It gets me chip on it, but that doesn't matter. I think I have to go Fortress. I can't make that switch yet. Can't do that yet. Oh my god, this sucks. I need so much chip on everything. That Gligar only showed defog so far. That's a bulky Crook. He bought a... I'm annoyed. So I could see him going for a U-turn here. That Crook, dude. I need damage on it. I could have sworn I got damage on it, but it's not showing here. Everything else is showing percentage and Crook's not. When did Crook come in? There's gonna be a long video. Let me see. What's the Crook's name? Samoa Joe. Okay. Samoa Joe used knockoff, and then he swapped out. He has not taken damage. I need to get up my hazards, but that Gligar just can wall this fortress. kind of want to make the double into Rotom. He's not going to electric move. He's going to U-turn. Or... But if he goes into Latios, then I cannot take a Draco from where I'm at on this Rotom. And now Hoopa has a problem because Crocodile can pursue. I'm pretty sure a no attack Crocodile still kills me. But I need to calc everything. Dave, I'm sorry I'm taking so long. This match is hard. And you crit my Hydreigon. Yeah, Pursuit's basically guaranteed on Hoopa to kill. He knows he can go Gligar now. He should know that. Again, let me check the Rotom damage taking from Latios. Let's say Draco with max special attack, timid, 59 to 70. I am actually above that, but I'm gonna take damage right here from a U-turn or something. I think I have to make this double. He knows my Fortress set. He can go Gligar so freely. I think it goes Gligar. He went for T-Bolt. Why? Why? Why did you go for T-Bolt? Did I wall you? I wall you with this Fortress. This Rotom now has to catch something with Pain Split, which I think I could do on Gligar. I don't think Gligar can really touch me. Back into Fortress. This sucks. He just went for T-Bolt straight up. He gets a crit, thanks man. I'm not gonna say that. Come on. That matters so much! I don't think I can win. That Thunderbolt did 68. Wait, what? Oh, that's with Life Orb. I said he doesn't have a Life Orb calculator. That's a min crit. Doesn't have Life Orb. That should have done 41 to 49. So now this next one kills me. What the fuck? Hoopa can come in and take it. Thing is, Crook comes in and Pursuit traps me. Unless I make the read and go for the Energy Ball. This Fortress needs to get a password. Like, fuck man, stop critting me! So why was T-Bolt the play? I don't feel like T-Bolt was the right play for him there. She is, okay, I think this confirms he's timid. I think he's Z-move. But this is the Z captain, right? Yeah, I think he's Z-move. So he's not Mono, he's timid, Z-move, I'm pretty sure. Z T-Bolt. Fuck, man. Thunderbolt doesn't kill me. Does thing with Hoopa is it doesn't guarantee kill with Shadow Ball. Does Z Thunderbolt kill Hoopa? No. Then I would have to make the read on the Crocodile. Just so risky. And also he can probably just go Registeel. But if he goes Registeel I get a safe switch. Jesus Christ, man. If you didn't get that right there, I could have gone for Volt. But also I think he's Z-move. He doesn't even have to go for the Z-move right here. Because now I'm in range. Before, he would have had to. Pretty sure it's Z. Come on! This Blaziken's not going to do anything either. Megalodius is only 2 cleared, it's not chipped enough. The Gligar is actually in range of HPS, I think. And everything else I can deal with. And the Megalodius just isn't low enough. I think I have to go Hoopa to eat the Thunderbolt and then scare him out. But then I have to go for Energy Ball predicting Crook, I think. Or I can double. I'm scared to double now because he's just staying in. I can't let Fortress go down. I need Hazards. Hazards are too important. Blaziken will just get bopped. Can I sack Rotom at this point? Fuck, man. What does Rotom do now? It doesn't outspeed Gligar, but it can maybe Pain Split. It doesn't live a Dragon Pulse from Latios. I don't want to Pain Split on a Registeel. Crook can probably kill me from this health. I think I have to sack this thing. Come on. Yeah, get this out of here. Can I go Hoopa? Does 2 Energy Ball kill? No, I can't. I don't think. Does he risk Thundurus dying to Shadow Ball? Actually, I think he can. This sucks! Hoopa's the only thing that can live see Thunderbolt. The only thing. So I could Shadow Ball, but then if Crook has Pursuit, this game is basically over. I think I need Hoopa. Like, the Latios isn't chipped enough for HPS Blaziken to kill it. I could go Blaziken and bluff that I'm Scarfed. That could be a thing. I'm losing Crook. Huge. Why is Dragon Pulse to play? Like, I guess he read me, but then, like, a Fortress and a Rotom there who can eat those. Actually, at that point, Rotom is still pretty healthy. Come on. I have to go, like, I have to go Hoopa here. I have to go Hoopa. It's just a matter of, what play do I make right here? Shadow Ball had a chance to kill, but then if he has Crook, I'm Pursuit trapped. I think he's fine with letting this go down too, because he gets a free switch to Crook. I don't have enough to take out that Megalodios. Hoopa's the only thing I still have alive that can deal with Megalodios. Like, even an HPS crit from Blaziken, not gonna kill. And like, even with stealth, it's at 87%. It has way too much health. I think I have to go for Shadow Ball. If he dies, it goes Crook. I have to hope I live. Like, there's a chance I live Pursuit from a no attack Crook. If he goes Crook now, like, same thing. I just have to hope that I live. I think that's the only thing I can do. The Energy Ball read here is too risky, because I think he's fine with Thundurus going down. And it has to be Shadow Ball, because if Crook comes in on Psychic, then no damage is done. I have to. That sucks. What's the roll? Let me look at the roll for Hoop and Thundurus. Shadow Ball is 64 to 75, so it's heavily in my favor. That's the only play. If that, yeah, and also, I mean, wow, that was a lot of jumping from words. There's a chance Crook doesn't have Pursuit, but we've only seen Knockoff. I'm pretty sure it has Pursuit. I'm gonna Shadow Ball. I'm surprised that he hadn't already made a move. But I took very long to think about that. Time is. If he goes like Registeel to sack, he could do something like that. He swapped. He did go into the Crocodile. He did make that play. He is leftovers. He could have like just enough attack to be able to kill me. Actually, my Hoopa has a little bit of health investment, so like I think a regular Hoopa wouldn't need any. You know what's funny actually? Oh wait, no. Pursuit doesn't take into account on the calculator. It doesn't take into account switching. So no switching, it does 121% minimum because Hoop is quad weak to Dark. He did make the play. I didn't think he would make. Energy Ball had a chance to kill if I made the read. Fuck, this game became so difficult. This game became so fucking difficult. I almost made the read, and it would have been a roll. But like, he could have sacked Thunders there. He didn't still need it. Like, Latios was still good enough. And Shadow Ball only does like 32% to this. He has to have Pursuit. If he goes for knockoff right here, I'm gonna throw something. Because his best play here is Pursuit. Do I go for the damage? It doesn't matter. I can't kill Latios. The only way I can kill Latios is if I would keep Hoopa, but he has Pursuit. So what does it matter? I'm gonna try switching on the off chance. On the off fucking chance. And I'll go Blaziken. Pursuit me. Just do it. He has Pursuit, he wins the game. If he goes for knock, if for some crazy reason he doesn't have Pursuit, Blaziken can kind of wall break. Because if I get Latios, like, then Hoopa can come in and sweep at the end. Like, Hoopa's my only way that I can still kill the Mega Latios. And if he goes for a knock, I can bluff like a Scarf Blaziken or something and set up my Sea Sunny Day. He did what? He doesn't have Pursuit. I don't even need these headphones for anything. He doesn't have Pursuit. What? What am I throwing? Oh my god. He doesn't have Pursuit. What? He doesn't fucking have Pursuit. Dave, why don't you have Pursuit? That was perfect. He'll probably expect me to have a fighting move right here. He can go Gligar or Latios. I get an HPS on both of them. I really think he thinks that. And I have to go for Z Sunny Day. I need the offensive pressure. I still have a chance to win this now. If that Gligar has knockoff, then I can't because Hoopa dies to that. But holy shit! In case no, HP Ice kind of is the best play. This Crocodile. To regular Blaziken, it would not live a high jump kick. Let's say high jump kick if I'm at him. Yeah, even with no attack, it almost does it. And I don't think he wants to sack this. I think I make the read here. Out of curiosity, how much do I do to Latios with Fire Blast in the sun? Like HPS is probably a better play. I'll change this back. But I'm in the sun. Actually, Fire Blast does more to Latios. A little bit more. I have to go for it. Holy shit, I have a chance now. Hey, what's good? What's poppin'? Also, he went into this to sack. I spam Fire Blast now. This whole time I'll keep the speed, but Sun will eventually run out. Holy shit. He brought this into sack, so I don't understand why he wouldn't just sack it. Because nothing here really wants to take this Fire Blast. Latios is 2 KO'd. Honestly, please go into Latios. That'd be amazing. I get rid of that. Or go Crook. But he might go Crook for Intimidate at some point. Not knowing I'm special. Does Blaziken get any special fighting moves? Holy shit, the battle itself is over an hour. Plus the team builder. Jesus. Blaziken. Holy shit, I have been sitting here for an hour. Fighting. Okay, fighting filter. Special. He gets Focus Blast. That's it. Everything. Wait. And actually, I did not know Blaziken got Vacuum Wave. Oh. Bruh. Do I want... No, I like live com. I thought about, like, this is so long, I might just post-com the replay, but nah. See all this inside. I can cut up the times in between. Maybe. He didn't have Pursuit. He didn't fucking have Pursuit. Holy shit. Like, okay. The Registeel had to be a sack. Because Blaziken into Crook. Wait, also, why did he switch? If he saw I was a Z Crystal... Oh no, he didn't outspeed because he was a slow Crook. That's right, okay. What does he do here? What does he do here? He might be thinking what Blaziken has for Mega Latios. Do I kill Gligar from where it's from? He sees on special one. See the Gligar. If he's just defensive, HP Ice actually doesn't kill. Fuck. Actually does not kill. But Earthquake doesn't kill me either, unless he has attack investment. And if he has that little bit, then HP Ice had the chance to kill. Whew! That's wild. Could he be scared of anything? Like, does Blaziken get a dark move? I guess Night Slash. He could be scared of Night Slash on Latios. That could be a thing. Even though I would be mixed, so I wouldn't be doing that much. Yeah. Let's say that's just some cheeky thing, and then I'm adamant. Night Slash is 52 to 64. This Mega Latios is just so bulky. You get a Ghost move, that's maybe higher damage. Shadow Claw, high crit ratio. Maybe he thinks I have that. What else are you weak to? Dragon. I'm pretty sure I get dual tap. I don't know what else. He might just not want to bring in Latios. He didn't have Pursuit, dude. I need to get rid of this Crook. If you can sack Crook right now, that would be amazing. Does Fire Blast? No, Fire Blast doesn't kill Crook from where it's at. 81. He's bulky. Here I show the HBIs. I got a crit. Oh, that crit mattered. If he wasn't max HP. Oh my god. Gligar's dead. Gligar's dead. Registeel's also dead. I'm gonna type sorry because that crit probably mattered. He runs max on his set, so he was gonna have max HP. And then it's if he goes Mega Lottie now, I'll get my damage off, and then it's all about mind games. Because then I have to go Hoopa. And then it's does Crook come in? Because he knows I have Energy Ball. Does Crook come in? Because 2 Shadow Balls does not kill it. I don't have Hazard up. I also, at this point, I don't. The only thing that I can get Hazard up on would be the Crook. The Fortress, I believe. Let me see if a Fire Fan would kill. Get Crook. Did this Crook have attack? Yeah, get that out of here. He has no attack. He's probably Impish. Okay. Talent, let's say Fire. Fire, Fang. 44 to 53. That kills my Fortress. You know what? When it wouldn't? If you didn't get that fucking crit Thunderbolt on me, I would be. What HP am I at right now? I'm at 34. The crit double. I think I'd be in between that range, and it would be a roll if I had been killed. This boy did not have pursuit. That's the only reason I'm still like in this, kind of. Yeah, he goes to Mega Latios. So Fire Blast did do more, I believe, when I calculated. And I have a chance of what, a burn, right? In the Sun, it does 37 to 44. It does slightly more than HPA's. Yeah, I have to go for that. If he's a Calm Mind set, Calm Mind with Roost, I think I'm fucked. Use Calm Mind with Roost. But then he can't take 2 Fire Blasts. Well, there's a chance he can't take 2 Fire Blasts. No, because he Calm Mind. So, no, he would. Fuck. Yeah, if he's Calm Mind Roost, I think it's over. I have to hope that he's not. Also, I still have Hoopa. I don't know. I have to go for the Fire Blast. Okay, I do land it. 42. Just goes for Dragon Pulse. I live the Dragon Pulse. There's no way this next Fire Blast kills, though. Wait, what's the roll? It did 41. I got a mid roll. If I got like max, I would kill him. But I didn't. I don't know what his set is. I'm confused. I could go for the safe HPIs. Because HPI is 100% accurate, yeah. Just Fire Blast, that chance to miss, I don't like that. And they do almost the same damage. Just Fire Blast slightly more and has a chance to burn. If he randomly switches here, HPS is also the play. It covers everything. Yeah, okay, brought him down. Okay, he killed me. Does Energy Ball Hoopa kill this Mega Latios? It actually does. How much does it do to Thunderous? How much does Energy Ball? 24 to 28. Okay, that's nothing. Like, if he wasn't Mega, I'd think his choice. He's only clicked Dragon Pulse. Wait. How much Energy Ball does 24 to 28 to Thunderous? He's at 63. Holy shit. Oh, that must have been fun to look at, seeing me jump. What fell? Oh, my backpack fell. So Thunderous, if it is Z move, I do live 1 Z move. Hoopa does kill this Latios with Energy Ball, and if it brings in Crook, that kills it as well, right? And then I can spam Shadow Ball. Yeah. And then I can sack Fortress to Thunderous and spam Shadow Ball. Right? Energy Ball, it's saying Hoopa's Energy Ball does 16 minimum. Going Hoopa. Clicking Energy Ball. And for some reason this doesn't kill, I'm gonna throw a fit. Shit, I'm still shaking from like the fear and also how crazy this battle is. I really wanted to go Crook. I really wanted to go Crook. If he goes Crook, that's the best outcome. If he goes Thunderous, it becomes tricky. Actually, if he goes Thunderous, I go for a second Energy Ball. Actually, no, I still spam Energy Ball. I think I just win spamming Energy Ball. If he go okay, unless if he sacks Latios or Crook here and goes Thunderous, it becomes tricky. Okay, if he sacks Crook, it goes Thunderous. I sack Fortress, spam Shadow Ball. He sacks Latios and goes Thunderous. I think I go for 1 energy. That's when it gets hard. How much does Thunderous do to Hoopa? Jesus Christ. It does 48 to 57. Okay. And Gigavolt Havoc does 72 to 85. That's with Life Orb. He doesn't have a Life Orb. He's Z move. But hello? Crook doesn't get Sucker Punch. I've checked this before. Crook does not get Sucker Punch. It does not. Are you Scarf Crook? Wait. Are you Scarf Crook with no attack? Or is he baiting me? I need to be so careful with this. Whenever he's brought it out, he's only click knockoff. Bro, you have to be messing with me. How much Scarf Crook with no attack? It doesn't make sense to me. Fuck, if it's Scarf Crook with no attack, he wins. Because knockoff on Fortress does. Oh wait. Okay. The Scarf Crook would do 24 to 29 to Fortress if I switch it in. And then if I drop my item, it still does 16 to 19, which is enough to take out Fortress. If he's Scarf Crook, no attack, knockoff, like Scarf, I lose. And that would be the weirdest Crocodile set I've ever seen. Scarf, no attack, Intimidate. But that is the only way he wins. Look, okay. If he is Scarf knockoff, going Fortress, I still lose. Like both options here, I lose to Scarf, no attack, Crocodile. So, but he brought it in on Hoopa before. No fucking way. He brought it in to take out Hoopa and didn't pursue it, so I can only assume that it's Scarf, but it didn't have any attack. Like, where did he do damage? No fucking way. No way. Samoa Joe. Okay, let's see how much knockoff did to Blaze again. Again, KFC. Knockoff. No attack, 16 to 19. It did 16%. That is a no attack Crocodile. Dave, did you really bring a no attack Scarf Crocodile? Like, what would that actually do? I have nothing. Going Fortress, I lose. And staying in, I lose. I have to hope he's not scarfed. That's the only way I win here. My hand is slowly moving to Energy Ball, but like I'm just trying to understand why you would bring a no attack Scarf Crocodile. Also, why did it do so much to Fortress? Wait, how much is my defensive vest? I am a mostly specially defensive Fortress, I believe. Yeah, Calm. I barely have any defense. What the fuck? Clicking Energy Ball. He's not. He was bluffing. Okay. Oh, I was losing my mind over that. Jesus Christ. He was trying to bluff the fucking Scarf. Dave, good fucking bluff because I was losing it, but that was the best play I could make there. So the thing with the Thunder is here. It's not Specs, it's Timid. I live a... so my play here, I go for the Energy Ball, sack Fortress, and then go for Shadow Ball. Because the Shadow Ball has a chance to not kill. Jesus fucking Christ. If you're offended by that, I'm sorry. But, I'm... This thing gets Dark Pulse. Fuck. Oh my god, this game's gonna fall on a roll. I'm gonna have to sack Fortress, and then it's like... What is that, like 50-50? You're at 68%. Shadow Ball... Did you not take into account that? No, okay, it's actually... Shadow Ball is 64 to 75. It's in my favor. Holy shit. Yeah, that's the only thing I could do. If he has the Dark Pulse, I would just die here. I go Fortress, sack it, and then Shadow Ball has to get a high roll. He just went for T-Ball. This fuck just went for T-Ball. Dave, what do you want? Could have got the chip damage. Does he... What's his last move? He has... He just went for T-Ball. Really? He's not choiced. Wait. Oh, he left. Okay. I was gonna ask him what item Thunders was. That Shadow Ball was a roll. Did he not have Dark Pulse? He must have not had Dark Pulse. I don't know what his last move would be. He had HPS, U-turn, T-Ball. I don't know. The only thing I can think of is Dark Pulse. Okay. Dave, that was the most stressful battle I've ever had. Also, If you went Thunderous before Crook, I think you won. Because I would have had to scarf myself into Shadow Ball, and Crook would have got me. That was so stressful. I forgot about Dark Pulse the whole time. Good game. Good game. I did get one crit on the Gligar, which mattered if he was not max HP. However, he got a good amount of hacks on me. He crit the Hydreigon, which if he didn't crit, it was a roll. And he crit Fortress, which actually that one mattered. Because Fortress was a wall. Okay. Alright, good game. I'm done. This video's long enough. Bye.